de-dollarization is already ongoing in several aspects. One of them is precisely this: the countries are bypassing the dollar and transacting directly in their own national currencies. That's happening within BRICS and outside BRICS as well. Why? Because the dollar is expensive, the dollar is risky, the US undermines the credibility of the dollar by the way it behaves, so the countries are seeking alternatives. Their reserves are being switched from dollars to other applications, trade is being done increasingly in national currencies, and ultimately, in my opinion, we would need to move towards a new reserve currency. But that's something for the future.
Now we can see that the United States administration trying to punish the countries that trying to avoid dollar and to join the trend of the dollarization by different trade wars, sanctions, and so on. Will these tactics win or not, in your opinion?
I don't think these violent tactics used by the Trump administration will work in favor of the United States. You see, the countries that are bypassing the dollar are not against the dollar. They simply cannot work with the dollar under the system that the US has been implementing. I would say even further, I would say that the main enemy of the dollar is the United States itself, because it has transformed a currency into a political instrument. It has weaponized the dollar and the financial system. So this won't work. You see, when the dollar was effectively a trusted international currency, this was done by persuasion. Now they attempt to preserve the status of the dollar as a reserve currency by coercion. I don't think that will really work in the end for the United States.
The last 2 years, there are a lot of discussions of implementing new BRICS currency. Someone says it's too early to do it. Someone says it's time to do this and to develop it. In your opinion, when it would be possible to implement this currency?
Not in the short run, maybe not even in the medium run. But it should be clear that when we speak of BRICS currency, we're not speaking of a common unified currency like the euro. No, it's not that. What could be done and what has been proposed, in fact, by a number of people, is a common reference currency for international transactions to replace the dollar, to constitute an alternative to the dollar. We have moved very slowly in that direction. We have moved more quickly in the direction of using our national currencies, as we were saying, to transact among us. But one thing that is difficult to explain sometimes, but is very important, is that these transactions in national currencies only go so far. They're not effective in the medium term. Why? Because they do not allow countries to register persistently trade imbalances among them. So we need a new reserve currency, one that would be an alternative to the dollar. This is difficult to build. We could have started already, but at least initial discussions among the academic circles of the BRICS already happening since, I believe, 2023.